Hello students, in this session we are going to see about regulator power supply parameters and adjustable voltage regulator. Regulator power supply parameters are line regulation, load regulation, voltage stability factor, temperature stability factor and ripple rejection. Line rejection, it is also called regulation. Line regulation, source regulation. It can be defined as a percentage change in output voltage for a given change in input voltage. So here line regulation is changes happened in output voltage and changes happened in input voltage. Load regulation, it is defined as the percentage change in output voltage for a given change in load current. See, load regulation is no load voltage minus full load voltage divided by full load voltage into 100. Third one is voltage stability factor. Dependency of output voltage on the input line voltage is called voltage stability factor. It is defined as percentage change in the output voltage which occurs per volt change in input voltage where the load current and the temperature are constant. It should be ideally zero. Next, temperature stability factor. The stability of power supply will be determined by temperature coefficient of various temperature sensitivity semiconductor devices. We have to choose the low temperature coefficient devices. Example, Zener diode. Last one is the ripple rejection. It is defined as how efficiently the regulators rejects the ripples and attenuate it from input to output. Ripple rejection is very small and it's in dB, decibels. Next question is adjustable voltage regulator. See, voltage regulators are also available in circuit configuration. So in the circuit, this circuit allows the user to set the output voltage to the desired regulated value. Example, LM317 can be operated with the output voltage regulated at any setting over the range of voltage from 1.3 volt to 37 volt. This is the circuit LM317 input voltage. Two resistors R1 and R2 are acting as potential divider and the capacitors connected across the potential divider resistors. Here the V0 can be calculated by the formula VR1 plus VR2. VR1 plus VR2 is equal to I reference R1 plus I reference R2 plus I ADJ. This is adjustable current I ADJ into R2. Here I reference is common. We can take it out. I reference it. If you take it out, we will be getting R1 plus R2 inside plus I ADJ into R2. This is equal to VRF by R1 into R1 plus R2 plus I ADJ into. Here we substituted in the place of I reference, we substituted V by R. So I is equal to V by R and we substituted here Ohm's law. So now in this term V reference by, so when we can write like this, VRF by into R1 by R1 plus R2 by R1. So R1 will get cancelled. So we will get V reference into 1 plus R2 by R1 plus IADJ R2. This is the output voltage. Now you can see that for LM317, the load regulation is 0.1 percentage, the line regulation is 0.01 percentage, and ripple rejection ratio is 80 decibels. Another adjustable voltage regulator is LM337. It's adjustable negative linear voltage regulator. We have so many advantages of adjustable voltage regulator. The advantages are the voltage range from 1.2 volt to 37 volt. We can adjust the voltage from ranging from 1.2 to 37 volt. Output current is 0.1 ampere to 1.5 ampere. Here we can get better load and better load regulation and better line regulation. The improved system performance, reliability and thermal overloading, and also it have good overload protection. So these are the advantages of adjustable voltage regulator. Thank you.